Welcome to another episode of
Hard Target Range.
both safeties. There you go. Well, that was a little footage of the two of us shooting. We had a show on Patreon that we called
Bumping Bullseyes.
That's right, where we had shooting competitions. And
were they competitions? Okay.
At any rate, Jack, on his way back from hitchhiking back from Vegas.
Poor Jack.
Seriously, Jack, though.
Yeah.
Jack was up 330 G's, and he lost it all in one roll of the dice at the MGM.
Honestly. No wonder he's tired.
At any rate, he said on his way back he got picked up by a truck driver, and the truck driver was talking to him about watching back in the 80s, I think. Was it the 80s, Jack? Yeah. Sorry to keep you up, man. In the 80s, he was really fond of watching the Battle of the Sexes, and asked Jack if he'd ever seen the Battle of the Sexes. That was the conversation. Mm-hmm. And Jack said he had him stop at the next truck stop, and he got the hell away from him. But at any rate, he said it made him start thinking on the way home about what would be a neat thing to do. Is on television back in the 60s and 70s, they always had the shows go on hiatus, and they had some other shows come on, and he had the idea of putting on a summer show that was like the Battle of the Sexes, where MrHolster and MrsHolster had a competition, and he wants to do it this way. He wants to start the show. It'll be one show a month, all summer long. Start the show on Memorial Day weekend and end the show. The big finale to see who wins will be on Labor Day weekend. And in between them, there'll be one show every month. And the only thing he has yet to figure out, he's got his sponsors lined up. He's got at least two of them lined up, at any rate, and which you'll hear about them, and which we're also very grateful to those guys. And the only thing he's got left to figure out is the name, and he threw out Battle of the Sexes, and I said, Jack, I think that's been used, number one, and number two, I don't know if YouTube likes sexes, or actually I don't know what people think of when they think of Battle of Sexes nowadays. But at any rate, so we were throwing out some ideas, and I said, well, there used to be a movie, Jack. You liked that idea, didn't you? The He Said, She Said movie, and I said, how about He Shot, She Shot? And he thought that YouTube wouldn't like that. Yeah, and then you had an idea.
I did.
Yeah.
I said he, she, shot show, because...
And I felt that kind of sounded like two transvestites competing. So, yeah, there we are. We're looking for a name, and yeah. I thought, well, we'd do this show. Jack said, well, let's do this on a Hard Target Range. Let's talk about it and see if in the comments section someone can come up with a name for the show. So we're looking for some help from you guys for the name for our summertime competition show. And don't throw out the idea MrHolster wins again, because Jack already floated that one.
Yeah, and that's not how it's going to work. No.
So it's not going to be a reality show, is what you're saying.
Honestly.
So that's why you saw that footage at the beginning, and we'll give you a little more footage here at the end. But as you're watching that, maybe you can come up with a name and put it in the comment section down below. How's that sound?
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. Thanks for tuning in to the Hard Target Range. Yeah. where we shoot at those beautiful AR 500 steel hard targets
Yes.
by HardTarget.
By HardTarget, of course.
There you go, guys. Thanks for tuning in this week. We're going to be shooting 22 shorts of this today for competition. So, go ahead, Hotshot. Tell us what we're going to do.
Oh, I'm Hotshot. You're Hotshot. You can't keep Tiny inside the fence, so I've made up targets with different numbers for points. Notice it's in the shape of Tiny's head. And we each get 5 shots. Whoever ends up with the most points wins. In case there's a tie, then we'll have a tiebreaker.
Well, I don't think you'll have opportunity for that. But...
yeah, well, I don't think we'll have to do that either.
Fine.
Yeah, fine.
Let's go shooting.
Bring it on.
Thanks for tuning in today. We had fun, and I hope you did too. From MrHolster,
MrsHolster,
and Jack, go out and stay safe.